made varsity at just 5'6", and here he is on senior night getting recognized for all of his hard work. So
that is a great story.
pretty cool.
Great to see. Next up, we have Toa Kaumatule, 5'9" post player. Toa is quite the football player, and so this is his first year of basketball. He was a wrestler in previous years, but never really felt like it was his calling. And being his senior year, he wanted to do what he wanted to do, and he made the team. So good for him. Toa wants to study business and probably play football. I think he's getting some offers.
All right, up now is Eli Hoover, star here at Hudson's Bay High School. He wants to play college basketball. He's already got offers from a variety of community colleges in our area. He's got 4 30-point games already this year. He is what Coach McAley calls a coach's dream player, and he wasn't banned. He didn't want us to say that maybe, but he wasn't banned as well, so a well-rounded person.
Next up is Anthony Morgan. He's looking to go to a 2-year college, is quite a sharp shooter. Hasn't been getting a lot of playing time, but coach says that he's really a good program kid and is always ready to step on the floor and make a contribution.
And our final athlete here is Carter Morse, the senior. He is a football player, a baseball player, in ASB, and also on Flight Crew, which is a mentoring program here at Hudson's Bay where seniors take freshmen under their wing. He wants to play baseball in college. He already has offers from WSU, Central Washington, and Lower Columbia Community College. So obviously a talented athlete. Coach says he's a great leader. He almost didn't come out this year for basketball because he wants to focus on baseball, which he feels is his future, but his teammates pressured him into to coming out. He is one of only 2 returning starters from last year. He's an excellent scorer, so a big contributor for this Hudson's Bay. So let's take a moment. We can see that whole line up there on your screen of all those seniors and their families to honor these young men.
Makes you realize how many players they're going to be losing this year.
Yeah, young team next year, but a lot of leadership, according to Coach. So those younger players will have gotten plenty of guidance to kind of get them ready to return to winning next year. What a great shot our camera operators are getting there. You can see the love Mom and Dad put in all those years kind of culminating on the court tonight. Pretty exciting.
That is. And, you know, I've got kids just starting out on this journey, and oh man, the commitment! I can't imagine that by the time they're seniors in high school, how many miles they've driven and how many hours they've spent in these bleachers and gyms. So, credit to the parents for sure. Just
the sound of the pounding basketball in the driveway or out on the playground there.
One of my favorite sounds, actually.
Yeah. So there are our seniors. There are going to be 5 starting seniors tonight for Hudson's Bay High School. Not all of them are normally starters, but it is senior night. There are 7 seniors, so obviously not every senior could start tonight. But it's pretty cool that we're going to see all seniors to start with for Hudson's Bay. The teams are going to have a warm-up period here. We're going to stay with you for that, and we have some stuff to talk to you about. But we have a 5-minute warm-up period for these teams to get back and loose since we took time out for the ceremony. You see Coach Theo McAley, Hudson's Bay's head coach there. Been with the team for several years now. Led them to the playoffs last season. Outstanding guy, Theo, incredibly nice. He's been a part of the Hudson's Bay community for years, his wife as well, so you know, glad to see him have success here with the Eagles.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that their standings are what they are given the talent that they seem to have. So you know, as you said earlier, that it's the best 1-8 team that he's coached. So
yeah, and that's actually a quote from Prairie's coach, Mr. Brooks, Kyle Brooks. I was talking to him before the game. He said Hudson's Bay at 1-8 in league is probably the best 1-8 league team he's ever seen. So high praise there. It doesn't make it easier for Hudson's Bay to not make the playoffs to hear that, but you know, it can't hurt to hear it. These kids work pretty hard. Now, on the other side of the ball, Prairie, we are looking at a team that is playoff bound.
Yeah, they're sitting second right now behind Kelso in the Greater St. Helens League 3A division. And they're coming off of a big win against, who was it? Was it Kelso?
Yeah, they just beat Kelso. I know our graphics operator has standings as well. Hopefully we can get those popped up in a sec here. We can take a look at the 3A playoff picture.
Prairie started off 0-2, but they've rattled off 9 consecutive wins and are really climbed up the standings. So
And more than 0-2, they started off 2-6. So for them to sit now at 12-7, as you see on your screen, is a pretty impressive accomplishment for this team. There are only 3 seniors on this team, so you can see as the season progressed, those younger players have matured, and now they are really on a roll. They, go ahead.
Well, yeah, Coach Brooks was crediting a trip they took down to Phoenix for a tournament that really helped the team bond, and said after that their chemistry really came together and they started playing a lot better together. So he said it was fun to watch and see that evolution.
And not a ton of experienced players for Coach Brooks, but Coach Brooks, obviously an experienced coach, last year taking Prairie to the state playoffs. They, as the second place team right now in the 3A Greater St. Helens League, have a chance at doing that again. They also actually tonight have a chance at taking a share of first place. If they win tonight against Hudson's Bay and Kelso goes down, then Kelso and Prairie are tied for first place, and Coach Brooks tells me that Prairie has the tiebreaker.
So who was Kelso playing tonight? Do you know?
I should have looked that up.
Oh, well we can scoreboard watch during timeouts.
I suppose that's what the internet's for, and I'll take a look and try to figure that out for us tonight. But lots of good basketball tonight, too. Not just here in the 4A level. Union and Skyview squaring off tonight for first place at the 4A level. Union, the #1 team in the state at the 4A level. Skyview, I believe, number 6 right now.
So that's a big matchup tonight.
Tons of great basketball. And if you're a Hudson's Bay fan, much more importantly, the girls team tonight playing #1 Prairie. Winner of that game takes lead, because Hudson's Bay right now standing with only 1 loss in league, a 10-point loss earlier this season to Prairie. And I was talking to athletic director Patrice Woods here last week, and she said they feel like the girls can do it. They can take down Prairie if they have their game. So they are playing right now over at Prairie, so that's something we're going to be following as well. So tons of good basketball this time of year.
Lots of action.
This is the last night of the regular season for most of these teams. So everybody's got something to play for, whether it's Prairie looking for that playoff spot or Hudson's Bay just looking to win their last game.
For pride, that's right. And that can be a big motivator, especially for these seniors coming into this game.
As we're talking here, I am trying to scan for these scores we're looking for here. So I don't know. It's been a really exciting season here at VPS Game Time. This is our last regular season broadcast. This is number 10, I believe, for us. We like to see all of the different teams throughout the year. This is our second. I think this is our second game with Hudson's Bay's boys. The last time they beat Fort, our rival Fort, by 20 points in our last broadcast. That is their one and only league victory. So, it's been a fun year. It's kind of, I feel a little sad that we're kind of wrapping it up here.
Well, you'll be returning next year, unlike some of these seniors.
That's true. I'm much more senior than they are. We are about to get into starting lineups here, which is going to be fun for us. First, however, we are going to do the national anthem. Alex and I will remain quiet as we honor that, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups. So. stunning rendition. I wish I knew that gentleman's name. What a great
yeah,
rendition
we could
of
give
the
him some
national
credit.
anthem.
That was nice.
You don't hear that caliber of national anthem singing at a high school game often. All right, we're going to get into our starting lineups. First for the visiting. Actually, I'm not sure which team they're going to do first.
Number 2, Aiden Fraley.
Yep, here we go with Prairie. This number 2, Aiden Fraley. Prairie getting introduced here. You've got Cameron Osborne, their star scorer, a 6'1" senior. You've got AJ Dixon, a 6'1" junior. Zeke Dixon, also a 6'1" junior. I have a feeling they may be related. And then Bronson King, a senior, 6'2" senior.
Cam Osborne and Zeke Dixon are the ones to keep your eyes on.
All right, for Hudson's Bay, number 1, senior Carter Morse, a 5'10" guard. Number 3, Trent Palin, a 6'2" guard. Here comes Eli Hoover, a 6'2" senior guard. Here is Brent Legider, 5'10" post. And finally, 5'6" guard, Christian Martinez.
Oh, it's great to see those guys get out there.
Especially a guy like Martinez came here to play. I'm guessing this. I believe this is his first start as an Eagle, and what a fitting one! It's his final game as an Eagle. So the Eagles huddling up there, breaking the huddle. Prairie Falcons are out on the court. Official testing out the ball as one does. And we are just about ready to jump it up here. It looks like at the tip we're going to have Hoover and Zeke Dixon jumping it up. I was never anyone who did the jump ball as someone who does not jump.
Yeah. We should give a little history to the audience that you and I play some basketball occasionally together. So,
and we'll be talking about that the rest of the game. Here's Osborne into Bronson King. Nearly a steal there. King on the drive. Here's the layup attempt, no good. Osborne at the rebound, he lays it in. Prairie's on the board, 2-0.
Nice put back there by Osborne.
Prairie with the press, the half-court press. Coach McAley for Hudson's Bay said that was going to be a concern for them tonight, to be patient and break that press. Whipping the ball around. Back out to Morris. Morris for 3, off the back iron. Offensive rebound, here's Hoover. Goes up soft with a little baby hook.
Nice touch with the right hand.
Prairie back on the attack into the lane. With the bump, AJ Dixon drops it down.
He got in there a little too easy. Like to see the defense tighten up.
Prairie with the steal. Almost turns it over. Here comes Cam Osborne. Pressure defense from Martinez. Now Martinez again with that hearing deficiency. I don't know if you heard that whistle.
Yeah. But you like his energy.
Yeah, the Prairie player, Zeke Dixon, a little flummoxed as to why he kept playing. And Carter Morse comes over, explains to him what's going on. Nice little sportsman-like gesture there to clear up any confusion about what was happening.
And it's interesting, you can see that the Hudson's Bay bench has a man who is doing sign language to help Christian during the game.
We were wondering who that gentleman was before the game, and now we know. Here's Osborne for 3. Off. Rebound Prairie, that goes up.
And this is one of the points of emphasis for for Hudson's Bay is cleaning up the game a little bit. That they're so close to kind of turning the corner. Things like turnovers and rebounds and the details that can often sink your efforts.
Another turn. Here's Osborne. He gets hammered.
Strong take.
2 Eagles converged there, and Osborne took a bump.
There was a little bit of daylight, and he went for it. It closed up, but not before he was already on his way.
So Osborne to the line. He's got 2 points already, looking to add to that. 6-2 Prairie, early in the first quarter. one's good. Made a nice sound when it went through the net there. The sound you want to hear.
So Osborne's got a lot of experience for, but he's a senior now, but I saw an interview with him where he's been playing at the high school level for 5 years already. He came up early.
That's an 8th grader?
I think so.
That's incredible. Hudson's Bay breaks the press. Ooh, attempts to pass it inside. Another Hudson's Bay turnover. Morse got a little bit ahead of himself on that one.
Yeah, those are tough passes to handle too. It's tight inside pass.
All right, so a little bit of a delay. I saw the official smell the basketball, and I'm not sure why. He smelled it, and then he made a face. Did you see that?
No, I wish I had.
Like maybe it bounced in some liquid or something. I don't know. Anyway, here comes Osborne. Out to Dixon, back over to Dixon. Fraley, that's a 3.
That's a 3.
Aiden Fraley from downtown with his first bucket. 11-2 Prairie. Hudson's Bay looking to break this press. Martinez back over to Hoover. Hoover in the middle. Dangerous pass. Another Hudson's Bay turnover. Here comes Prairie. Great pass inside. Dixon draws the foul.
They're having trouble with breaking that press. Prairie's getting into passing lanes in the back court.
Now this Prairie team out there, not particularly tall, but one thing you will see is they are all very athletic. They cover a lot of ground fast, so those little openings are closing quickly.
Yes.
So Zeke Dixon with the first of 2. So sea change here for Hudson's Bay. Some of the regular underclassmen coming in for those seniors who started. That one is no good, and fresh into the game. Actually, this says Trent, excuse me, I think that was Trent Palin.
Yeah, Trent Palin got the rebound.
Out to Hoover. Hoover gets in the middle,
now
kicks
Trace,
it back outside.
Trace
Teague for 3. Looks like a defensive foul, something off the ball, like a loose ball foul. I think that one was on Osborne.
Osborne's looking around, wondering. Ooh.
So into the game here for Hudson's Bay, we've got Trace Teague and also Tony King, a 6'4" post player. He's a junior.
Number 35. It's Tony King.
Hudson's Bay with the ball. Hoover, that's a deep 3. Beautiful release. Eli Hoover. He's got all 5 now of Hudson's Bay's points.
That's a pretty nice looking shot he's got.
Hoover now. Excuse me,
Osborne.
There's a 3. He answers. Cameron Osborne with a quick 7 points.
Well, now I understand why he's the 3rd leading scorer in Southwest Washington.
There's another steal. Dixon with the basket. Excuse me, Aiden Fraley with that basket. He's got 5 points. Now we have a Hudson's Bay timeout. 17-5 Prairie. While we have a moment, folks, if you are on Twitter, if you are a social media user, you should follow us, VPS Game Time. We have that handle you see on your screen, at VPS Game Time. We like to follow folks back. We like to tweet out good sports news that's happening across our area. So give us a follow. You'll see highlights from our games. You'll see our schedule. There's all kinds of good reasons to follow us. So do it. Are you on Twitter, Alex?
I am not. I have never tweeted.
Well, that's probably for the best.
Yes. I've cut back my social media consumption.
That's very admirable of you.
Thank you.
Except if you follow
I feel
VPS Game
liberated.
Time.
I feel liberated.
All right, so 17-5 Prairie. What can Hudson's Bay do here?
Well, taking care of the ball is number one. They've had too many turnovers early in this game. Part of that might be the starting lineup isn't the usual starting lineup, so part of it might be that they're not used to playing together. But it looks like this Prairie team is just ready to pounce on any little mistake, so you really want to try to play mistake-free.
Yeah, and that's hard to do when you're getting that press, especially if you're not used to the heaviness of that press.
Yeah.
All right, so Hudson's Bay brings it up now.
And here they're trapping, and there you go. So that's a good idea, though. I mean, you saw the trap coming, and he got rid of the ball quickly, did Teague.
Osborne, great crossover, kicks it. Here's a 3. That one's off. Hudson's Bay comes down with the rebound. Teague. Up to King. Here we go. Hoover with the lay-in.
Well, that's one way to break a press, right? You get an offensive rebound and run out.
The official stopping the game. I'm not sure if that was a delay of game warning, I believe, on Hudson's Bay. So Hoover and Osborne, the two scoring stars tonight, both with 7 to start the game. 17-7 Prairie. So Osborne brings it up now inside the elbow. Nowhere to go for Dixon.
Mark Frazier has checked in, number 11 for Prairie, 6'5", junior, number 17.
Osborne with the floater, no good. That rebound there for number 2, Skylar Bucher, a junior for Hudson's Bay. Another Hudson's Bay turnover. I'm not keeping track of those on my scorebook, but I wish I were. It's got to be at least 5 tonight for Hudson's Bay already. Here's Dixon looking for somewhere to go. So reset here for Fraley up top. Getting some instructions there from Coach Brooks. Remember, in high school, we do have a shot clock, so 15 seconds left here on the shot clock. Here's Osborne with the open 3. That one's good. Osborne up to 10 points already. Came around that screen, planted and shot. So Bucher now with the ball over to Hoover. Hudson's Bay being much more patient breaking that press now. They've got 10 seconds and they need to use it.
Osborne had 17 points in their last game against Mountain View, and it looks like he's on pace to score a lot more than that in this game.
Oh, wow, so what a move. Beautiful little pump fake.
Tony King using a nice lefty jump hook on that shot.
Now we'll see from his free throw whether he is left-handed or not.
Yeah, I'll be doubly impressed if he shoots this right-handed.
Here's a replay. You can see, look at that soft finish.
And good footwork.
Yep. And when you're a big man, that's so important in that compacted inside area there. Officials trying to sort something out, and I'm not 100% sure what.
Got 2:37 left on the clock in the first period.
He is a lefty, and that one rattles home. So 3 points now for King, the only other Hudson's Bay player to score now except for Hoover. So here comes Zeke Dixon bringing the ball up the court.
Skylar Bucher is checked in for Bay, number 2.
In for Prairie, number 10, Thomas Hapgood. Little aimless looking for Prairie here. Here's a deep 3. That one rims out. Ball loose on the floor. Official calling something there. Looks like number 5 there, Zeke Dixon, stepped on the end line as he was making contact with the ball when he went down. So that's going to be Hudson's Bay ball.
Good break for Bay.
So Isaiah David in the game now for Hudson's Bay. David, a sophomore guard. Looking to shoot. Inside pass to Hoover. Great little play. Left-handed finish. No good. Osborne comes down with it and pushes it up. No numbers there for him, so he retreats it, kicks it back out. There's a 3-pointer from Dixon. That off. Hoover with the rebound. Long pass out. Dangerous, and Osborne picks it off. Another turnover.
High risk, high reward.
Big finish inside there. Wow. A.J. Dixon goes strong, uses his body to shield off contact and finishes. So now Hudson's Bay trying to set it up. Morse up top. Swings it out to Bucher. Hoover gets into the double team at the baseline, kicks it. Here's Bucher for 3. That ball's off the back iron. Hoover battling, and looks like he may have touched that one last. Yes, they're giving that ball to Prairie. Into the game, a new Prairie player.
Trenton Jackson, 6'3" post player, junior, number 12.
I think that's actually
that's
Brady,
on
Brady
Bay.
Gagnon.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about the player who just entered for Bay.
Oh, I was talking about Prairie. All right, we got it. We got our bases covered here. Here's a 3. That's good. Thomas Hapgood with his first basket of the night. The senior knocks it down from deep. 25-10 Prairie.
Prairie looks pretty sharp.
Hoover tapped pass there. Morse back to Hoover. Pump fakes the 3. Skip pass. That another dangerous pass. This one read perfectly by Osborne. 2-on-1.
Ooh.
And Osborne throws it away.
That pass got away from him.
Some debate as to whether the Hudson's Bay defender touched it. The officials are going to talk that one over. We've got the replay. We can see it, but they're not going to be able to see that, obviously. We may have the replay. In any case, it's going to be Hudson's Bay ball. 31 seconds left here. Here we go. The pick by Osborne.
Nice steal. Again, they're getting into that passing lane.
Pass, yeah. So back to live action here. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. There's a skip pass.
Another dangerous pass.
Morris. Sophomore with the 3. That's an air ball. Here comes Prairie. Coach shouting out for the last shot. So Prairie's going to retreat here, put it in the hands of their best scorer, and let him go to work. Takes the pick up top. There's a long 3. Bang. 13 points in the first quarter for Cameron Osborne. What a start from the senior.
You can see the frustration on the face of the...
And at the end of the first quarter, it is 28-10. Prairie. Wow. Well, we do have some important news for you, folks, while we have a break. Vancouver Public Schools is asking our community to pass 2 levies to support local students. The first is called the Education and Operations Levy. It would pay for things like teacher salaries, classroom supplies, extracurricular activities like sports, like you're seeing right now, and more. The second levy is a technology levy. Both of these are replacements. They are not new taxes. You can learn more online about the levies at vansd.org/levy, or you can just stick around for halftime, and we've got some videos to show you that'll explain them all in greater detail, so I encourage you to stick around and watch those.
Well, good, because I wanted to know more about those levies.
Yeah, you're a ratepayer, so it's good for you to be educated.
I got my ballot in the mail, and I was looking it over, and I did not know that it was not a new levy, that it's a continuation. So
and it's a continuation at a much lower rate. So the current levy right now is $2.63, I believe, per $1,000 of your assessed value. The new one's $1.50. The state has put a cap on it. So it's kind of interesting because the funding formula for schools has changed. And so, cough, got a frog in my throat. The state is given more money through the McCleary decision, but they've capped local levies. So it's kind of a different formula, which everybody's trying to figure out. Anyway, back to basketball. Hudson's Bay whipping it around. Teague out to Hoover. Nice interior action there. Wide open shot for Teague. No good. Hoover, what a finish.
Wow.
No. Goes up strong. Can't put it down.
Yeah, you can see what coach for Bay is talking about. I mean, they definitely have talent and athleticism and everything, but you know, they just need to clean up some of their turnovers in this game.
Wow, Osborne is feeling it. 16 points.
Yeah, and this is now an 11-0 run going back to the first quarter.
Hoover out to Teague. Hudson's Bay not sure where they want to go exactly.
Yeah, there's not a lot of movement happening on Bay on offense.
Looked like Palin attempting that shot there, got that ball jostled on the way up. Offensive rebound there for Dixon. We have an injured Union player on the floor here. Taking a timeout here, number 24.
Looks like a left knee.
Bronson King, the senior. Well, he's hopped up. He looks like he's going to stay in the game, so that's...
Yeah, you can see he's wearing a brace on that left knee.
And it's one of those coaches kind of ask him, do you want to stay in or not? Obviously, the senior wanting to stay on his last regular season game. Osborne interior wide open in the middle. Great finish, block from behind Hoover. And then 24
that was a nice block.
King back on the floor on that play. So Trace Teague called for the foul on that play. Prairie going to inbound it from down low. You can see on the replay there a big collision. Good angle on the replay. All right, here's the inbounds pass to Dixon. He fires up a 3. That's way short. Hudson's Bay pulls it down, and here they come up to Hoover. Great pass.
Nice
wow.
pass.
No, and Morse misses it. Trenton Jackson with a great pass there, and then Morse commits the foul on the way down.
Yeah, when I saw Jackson going into the paint with the ball, I didn't know if he had a plan or not, and then he just dumped it off to to Morse.
Watch this
Was it?
replay. Oh, we had it for a second there.
Was that Morse or
That was
Hoover that missed that?
That was Morse.
Morse. I bet he'd like to have that back.
I'm sure.
There-
Oh, great
there.
defense. Oh, here we go. We might see a dunk here. Oh, we do. Trent
Well, it gets the
Palin.
crowd going. their first 2 points in quite a while.
Looks like Palin might have a cut on the dunk. He might have cut himself. He came down the court with his hand up. Comes off the court now. Ooh. Looks like he's going to receive some medical attention there from the trainer. That's the price of dunking, I guess.
I guess. I wouldn't know.
So into the game for him is Bucher. I see Jackson and Hoover talking to each other at the bottom of that zone. Not sure what they're doing there. I think they've got sorted out now.
Well, and
Here's Osborne. This one off
Osborne
the
has been
back iron.
busting that zone with the
Yeah, travel there from Teague. Another turnover for Hudson's Bay. Yeah, what good does it matter with the zone if you can shoot from 25 feet and make it, as
right.
Osborne's been doing tonight?
It's the tried and true method of busting a zone.
All right, so here comes Prairie. 31-12 Prairie. 5.5 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Teague's just moving too fast on that last turnover.
That shot off the back iron, some action inside. Official seeing something, calling that. Calling that on Dixon on the foul there. Okay, here comes Hudson's Bay. Morris back out to Teague. Trying to find Hoover inside, but the defense there smothering. Hoover hanging out on the key. Here comes Morris with the floater off the back of the backboard there. Jackson can't get it off.
Had the rebound for a minute, for a second, actually.
And here comes Prairie. Osborne's got a wide open shooter in the corner, and then Hudson's Bay collapses, and there's a foul. Morse with the body.
I think Morris just told himself, I am not going to let him score.
And here it comes. You see that 3 defenders run out there at A.J. Dixon, and then Morris has to finish the job there with the foul. So Dixon to the line, shooting 2.
You can see Morris, his frustration level is climbing.
Yeah, he's had a couple of fouls there that look like they were born out of frustration.
How many fouls are you allowed in in high school?
5, I believe.
5. Okay.
And what good are they if you don't use them? You know, it's like getting a gift certificate. You gotta use it.
Exactly.
Why sit on it? So 1 out of 2 there for Dixon. Long pass down to Jackson. He looks inside. Morris can't hold on to it. And that is going Prairie's way. A good idea there. A good pass.
Again, you know, that's what they've got the right scheme to break this press, but they're just not executing. It's, you know, you can see how close they are.
And Morris knocks that ball away. Fraley tracks it down. Hapgood out to Fraley, back to Hapgood. He's going to take a 3, and that is good. The second 3-pointer of the night for Thomas Hapgood. He's got 6 points.
Well, Prairie's making a living on the 3 ball.
Good inside pass. Jackson back out to Bucher. Long skip pass. Morris, he's going hard to the basket. Pump fakes, puts it up. He is fouled. So Carter Morris
earned himself a trip to the line.
So, you know, sometimes that's good for a player who maybe is having a little bit of a frustrating night like Morris is. You can see here he goes to the basket using every bit of that football player's body. You know, get a free throw or 2, kind of break the seal.
Yep, see the ball go through the basket.
Yeah. So his first point of the night, Carter Morris with 1, just like his number. Make that 2. And they need him tonight if they're going to win. If they're going to come back here, they're going to need Carter Morris to do Carter Morris things.
He'll need to stay out of foul trouble, too.
Osborne out to Hapgood. Hudson's Bay in the 3-2 zone.
And you can see Osborne directing traffic with that experience that he has. What a pass.
Great pass, yeah. Good interior pass. Great block there by Hoover. Here comes Carter Morris on the pass. He tracks it down, trying to stay it in. He does. He throws it off. Aiden Fraley. Good hustle there for Carter Morris. That pass about 2 feet farther than it needed to be.
Yeah.
And Morris tracked it down. Back to Morris. He's going to shoot a 3 off the back iron. Good look, though. Can't be upset about that one.
No, and I think Bay is, feeling like they might need to start taking some gambles here on things like long outlet passes.
Our camera operator assisting the ref there. The ball came right to him, and he kicked it off. Nice work. Getting the thumbs up there. All right, we've got a timeout. It looks like that's a Hudson's Bay timeout. So 35-14, Prairie, 3:47 left to go here in the second quarter. What can they do here? They're starting to slow down the turnovers, but they're not quite there yet.
No.
Well, we do have an announcement for you. We all know it's cold out there. And as we learned last year, winter weather can really wreak havoc on school schedules. So how do you know if school is canceled? VPS makes the decision by 5 a.m. You can go to the district website or flashalert.net, you see on your screen there, to get the latest. You can also download the VPS app, and it'll just go right to your phone or tablet. You can also call the number on your screen, 313-1401. And, of course, you can do it the old-fashioned way like we used to do. Tune into your local news. It's
Boy,
like winning the lottery when your school's name scrolls
great.
across the bottom.
Yes. I've got family in Minnesota right now, and they're staying home just because it's cold. But it is really cold. It was negative 26 yesterday.
All right, well, here comes Cameron Osborne. Taking the time to rub his shoe bottoms while dribbling. That takes talent right there. Skip pass across here. Here's Hapgood. Is that another 3? No, that one's off the back iron.
So one of the things I'm seeing between these two teams is that you see Prairie moves around without the ball a lot more than Bay does. Bay tends to get in these sets and pass the ball around the perimeter.
Well, that's something.
Got the wedgie,
yeah.
right?
From that angle, well, I was confused because from that angle, he shot it from the top of the key. To wedge it from that angle, it's actually pretty hard.
It is. He couldn't do it again.
So Prairie with the ball now. Pretty methodical on offense here, looking to pound it in and out.
There
Great play by Hoover to anticipate that pass. He's going full steam into some defense, pulls it back out. Kicks it down to Teague in the corner. Back to Teague. He goes hard to the basket, kicks it out to Bucher. Bucher steps into it and then changes his mind, kicks it out to Hoover. That's what they wanted. There's a 3. That's off the back iron.
They're getting opportunities. They're just not capitalizing on them. That could be one of the more frustrating things. You know, it's one thing if you're not playing well, but when it just seems like there's no good reason why the ball isn't going in the hoop.
Fraley with rhythm, no good. Teague with the rebound. Here's Hoover again with the ball. Swings it out to Teague. Over to number 22, Isaiah David in the game, a sophomore. Teague has some trouble pulling that one down, but corrals it. There's another turnover, and here comes Osborne. He's got one-on-one down to the court, goes to the left hand, scoops it up soft, drops it in. 18 points now for Cameron Osborne.
Can do it from the outside, can do it inside.
And all was under control.
Yeah, it was nice lefty layup there.
Hudson's Bay swinging that ball around. Passing up some open 3s.
Yeah, they're starting to look a little hesitant.
One of those you shoot it kind of situations.
Yeah, and you never like to see that. So that's when folks start losing their confidence. It's a sign. Well, that can build your confidence.
So Isaiah David decides to take it hard to the baseline, draws the foul. Looks like he's going to be, I think they're calling that one on the floor, actually. No, not the same kind of continuation of the amateur level you see in the NBA.
No.
So unless he's actually shooting it when he's fouled, he's not going to get the shoot free throws on that. So Bucher inbounds it to Hoover. And Bucher comes off the pick there. Yeah, no movement right now from Hudson's Bay.
No.
like he stepped on the end line there. A good move, but just ran out of space. Back in the game, Martinez, the senior, started tonight's game. 1:25 here left in the second quarter. 37-14 Prairie. The pace slowing down here a bit for Prairie. They had 28 at the end of the first, and only 9 points so far here. Wide open. That's Zeke Dixon with his 5th point.
Somehow he snuck in there and was just all by himself.
So King on the dribble. He spins, takes that nice soft left. He drops it down. So less than a minute now here. The shot clock is still on, so Prairie's definitely going to have to shoot this one. Hudson's Bay is going to get one more attempt at least at this.
There is that same play.
Same result.
Yep.
Zeke Dixon up to 7 points now.
I haven't seen it. Is Dixon getting a back screen to get that open in the middle there? I mean, it's.
I don't think so. I think it's just that soft spot of the zone. They're finding the open man.
Yeah.
So 15 seconds left here. Prairie going to hold for the last shot. I have a feeling they'll run it right here through Osborne. He pulls up from deep.
Looks like
that's
that might have gotten tipped.
All right, so Martinez, he's got 3 seconds. He's going to get a half-court shot. He puts it up off the back iron. So at the end of the first half, Prairie 41, Hudson's Bay 16. Not the game that the Eagles were hoping for on their last senior night, but you know what? We've got 16 minutes of basketball left to go.
We do, and I think that they can focus on cleaning up some points. The coach has plenty to emphasize.
So there's one of those Hudson's Bay highlights. Hoover with the jump hook. Here is a three-pointer from Hoover. But then there's the other guy, Osborne, top of the key. He does such a great job of setting his feet.
Yeah, his game is pretty well-rounded.
You see they're planting those 2 feet square and going up strong. You see one of all of those steals they've been getting. This one from the seniors, Hapgood.
Nice pass from Osborne.
Another steal. I mean, this is a theme, right? We're seeing all of these steals here. And then there's a theme, too. Wow, another 3 there from Osborne.
What does he have so far?
He's got 18 points at the half.
All right.
Another 3. Here's the dunk. You see they're checking his hand. Another 3 from Hapgood. Here's Osborne, hard to the basket with the left hand. Wow, can't be more open than Zeke Dixon right there. And that's pretty right there, that left-handed, soft left-handed jump up.
Yeah, that looks like you can bank on that from him, given his height and seemingly effectiveness. So that would be something that they could look to go to maybe a little bit more in the second half.
We are at halftime. It is 41-16. As promised, we have some information on our levies coming up. Why don't you take a look at that? We will be back in about 8 minutes. Until then, enjoy these videos. Hi, everybody. I'm Nick Bull. Welcome to the VPS Game Time Halftime Report. Tonight, we've got some important information that will have a major effect on schools. In February, Vancouver voters will be asked to pass 2 levies to support local students. There are a lot of numbers and a lot of things that changed when it comes to school funding, so we're going to break it all down for you. The first is an education and operations levy. It pays for basic programs and services, things like teacher salaries, classroom supplies, sports, music, special education, and more. The second is a technology levy. It pays for classroom tech, like tablets, computers, and also teacher training. Neither of these levies are new. They are replacing current levies, which are going to expire. Let's take a closer look at the Education and Operations Levy, or the E&O. Amanda Richter joins us now with all of the details. Amanda?
The recent McCleary decision from the Washington Supreme Court resulted in more money coming from the state, but it still only funds about 78% of the district's budget. That's where the Education and Operations Levy comes in. Here's a list of just some of what it pays for. These things are everyday expenses, things that make schools better places to learn for students. It includes teacher and staff salaries and more, and it has a major impact on class sizes.
The state funds 28.7 students per teacher at the high school level. So anytime you see a class size that's lower than that, you know that it's Education and Operations Levy that's providing for that lower class size to meet the unique needs of that student group.
As you may have noticed, The levy pays for things that our community expects of its schools. Here are some examples. The state only pays for about 4 safety and security and nursing positions for the entire district. VPS has 37 buildings with students, so it uses levy funds to boost staffing. When it comes to services for students with special needs, the state funding falls about $4 million short of the legal requirement.
Without a levy, we would really have to cut other programs just to meet those legal obligations.
The levy also pays for non-academic programs that help students find success in the classroom.
Anytime you talk about athletics or band or some of our Knowledge Bowl, debate team, those are all exclusively funded by the Education and Operations levy. And those are things we've heard from our community that they value greatly for their students as well as their own entertainment and appreciation. The state provides $0 for those activities.
So what is the rate, especially now with the change to the state formula? The levy will cost $1.50 per $1,000 of assessed property value. That number is capped by the state. For a comparison, the current levy, which will expire in 2019, is $2.64. That means the local rate you're paying will be less than before. Vancouver has a long history of supporting local schools through its levies.
The fact that our levies have been supported since 1964 without failure is nearly unprecedented in this region, is just an exceptional testament to the commitment that our community makes to its children.
If approved by voters, the Education and Operations levy would remain in place for 4 years. Back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. That brings us to the second levy up for consideration. It would continue the use of technology in Vancouver classrooms. Here to explain it is Tara Cox. Tara?
Thanks. Just like the Education and Operations levy, the tech levy is not new. It will replace the existing tech levy when it expires in 2019. Let's take a look at some of the ways it benefits students and teachers. The first and most obvious way is that it would sustain tablets and computers in the classroom for each student. Since the first tech levy passed back in 2013, students from high school to 3rd grade have each been assigned devices, which have changed how they learn.
So technology has really opened up our ability to learn deeply. And it's providing access and interest and engagement that really might not have existed before.
That means better access to research materials, apps that test and reinforce important skills and knowledge, and round-the-clock access to school materials. It's not about the latest gadget, it's about giving students tools to succeed in the modern world.
Modernizing our learning experience for students is about our students' future. It's not about what we experienced, and it's not about our future, it's about their future. And we need to pay attention to that.
One major focus of emphasis is with this levy is that it pays for teachers' training so that they're also up to date on the technology.
So teachers have to know what's out there, what's available, maybe not everything, but the things that really matter to what the skills they're trying to develop and the content they're trying to teach.
Here's a look at the numbers. The tech levy would cost 30 to 32 cents per $1,000 of estimated property value. As you can see, the rate steadily drops over the lifetime of the levy. If approved by voters, the tech levy would run through the year 2025 and will replace the existing levy, which expires next year. Back to you.
Thanks, Tara. The levy election is February 12th, and that's when your ballot must be dropped off or postmarked. Any registered voter within the VPS boundary is eligible to vote. Unlike a bond measure, a simple majority of over 50% will pass these levies. And that brings us to a frequently asked question. What's the difference between a bond and a levy? A bond is like a loan that the community takes out to build new school buildings. In 2017, voters said yes to a bond measure in Vancouver, but a bond can't be used to pay salaries or other everyday expenses. That is what a levy is for. Again, Vancouver voters have consistently said yes to levies since 1964. Now, we know this is a lot of information, but if you have more questions, the district's website is a great place to start. Head to vansd.org/levy. You'll find the numbers, the formula to calculate how much you would pay, frequently asked questions, and a whole lot more. There's also a link to submit a question if you don't find what you're looking for. Again, vansd.org/levy. There's more good basketball around the corner, so stay tuned. Remember, too, that you can follow the school district on social media. They are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Until next time, I'm Nick Cole.
If you are curious about the world around you and are interested in global issues that impact all of us,
then the Fort Vancouver High School Center for International Studies is for you. Fort is a member of the Asia Society's International Studies Schools Network, and our school-wide International Studies program is about developing your global competence through investigating the world, recognizing perspectives, communicating your ideas, and taking action to make a difference in your community and our world. In every class at Fort's Center for International Studies, students are actively learning about global issues and how they can positively impact our world. All Fort students have access to a wide variety of globally focused coursework, including Mandarin and Model United Nations. At Fort, there's a travel center where you can explore learning opportunities within the United States and internationally to broaden your perspective and enhance your high school experience. Students at Fort also have the option to earn an International Studies diploma by completing projects and community service along with their required courses. While you're here at Fort Center for International Studies, you can take advantage of our programs of choice such as culinary arts, medical arts, and welding and machine technology. Fort students are making a difference in our world. Come be a part of the diverse and vibrant school community at the Fort Vancouver High School Center for International Studies. All right, welcome back to Hudson's Bay High School. The halftime score, Prairie 41, Hudson's Bay 16. I'm Nick Vold, joined by Alex Gall. Alex, an entertaining first half, if not a close one.
Yeah, you'd like to see Hudson's Bay clean up some of their sloppiness that they exhibited in the first half. And hopefully, you know, their players aren't too frustrated and they can play under control, keep the game, try to get it closer. You know, you set some reasonable goals, like getting it down to 15 by the end of this quarter.
All right, we are underway. You know, I think you might be able to attribute some of that sloppy play to over-aggressiveness and potentially nerves. Trying to run it back door, looks like that ball was tipped. They were trying to go to Hoover on the lob, but they steal it right back. Here comes Morris with a kick out to Hoover. Corner three. That's good. Great start there for Hudson's Bay.
Yeah, you can already see that there's a little more movement on the offense just coming right out of the gates.
And I've got 10 points now for Hoover.
I mean, we didn't see anything like backdoor cuts in the first half.
Very true. Foul call there, Morse potentially reaching in, or that might have been on, yep, they called that Morse. That is his, I believe, third foul. We'll see it on the scoreboard here in just a moment. In any case, Osborne to inbound the ball. That's a clean 35-second shot clock now for Prairie. The resets on the foul.
Did we see Toa Kalmatule in the first half?
We did not, so this is his first appearance. Good eyes there. The senior getting in the start.
Number 32. And he's matched up against Zeke Dixon, so.
Interesting matchup there. He's got probably 25 pounds on him of muscle. Osborne, great footwork, stops and pops. He's up to 20.
There were 3 Bay defenders there that he shot that over.
But he was still open because he used that step back to create space. Out to Teague. Whipping it around to Hoover. There's a 3. That's off the back iron. Prairie with the rebound. Fraley out to Osborne. Back to Fraley. And they're going to reset it.
Yeah, I just don't see any weaknesses to Osborne's game. I mean,
oh, great no-look pass. That's off. Dixon with the follow again. That one's no good. Great contest there from Hudson's Bay, and here come the Eagles.
it seems like every time down, Osborne's showing, you know, something else. You know, at that time his vision. I mean, nice no-look pass inside.
That's Morse. Back out to Hoover. He's a one-on-one there. He's going to take a deep 3. That ball's off the front iron.
Why not?
Dixon with the rebound, and here comes Prairie. Osborne looking to push. Drops it back to Dixon. He goes hard at the basket, takes a bump, puts it up, no good. He'll go to the line for 2. So to the line, Zeke Dixon, as opposed to A.J. Dixon. Dixon now with 7 points, hoping to get to 9 here. Makes the first. So three Prairie players
Yeah.
back, only one rebounder into the basket. That one's off. Kamatule with the rebound. He can jump too, boy. He got up on that rebound. Hoover inbound to Kamatule, can't come down with that one, and here comes Prairie. Great look. Nice finish, left-handed finish there out of A.J. Dixon, protecting that basketball from the oncoming shot blocker.
And again, Osborne running a picture-perfect fast break.
Hoover with the pump fake out to Teague. Morse wide open on the left side. Too late to get it to him. The defense comes. Great little pass inside. That ball goes up and is no good. Great look. Wow, what a pass there.
Good.
Trent Palin with his eyes up.
Yeah. Good hustle. Way to stay with it.
Power dribble there and no good on the finish from Dixon. He took a shot, didn't get the call.
Kamatule was getting that rebound.
Teague with the kick out to Hoover. That's a three-point shot. That is off the front iron. Getting good looks here is Hudson's Bay. Osborne looking over to Coach Brooks for the call. Prairie in no rush here. I mean, they don't need to do much here.
No, they want to try to get out of here with no injuries. And do we have an update on the Kelso game?
Oh, I knew you'd ask that. I do not. Wow, what a finish. 22 for Osborne. He baited the Bay defense into thinking he wasn't going to shoot it.
Exactly right.
And then when the opening came, he made the shot.
Yeah, his awareness, both the court awareness and the personnel awareness, it's just it's easy to see.
Well, hey, we are only halfway through the school year, but it's time to start thinking about next year if you're a student. The district's magnet programs and programs of choice are now having open houses. The application period is right now, as are the open houses. There are lots of career and academic-focused options for students in a variety of areas at every high school in the district. To learn more about the program and see the schedule of open houses, check out vansd.org/choices. So many different career and technical options for students. The students working on tonight's broadcast, they are in the programs of choice or the magnet programs for video, obviously. So
I've got a son who's in 5th grade and hoping to get into one of the magnet programs, so we're keeping our fingers crossed.
iTech Prep or VSAA?
VSAA.
It's a popular choice.
Yeah.
We've got several VSAA students on our crew tonight and one prospective and a middle schooler who's on our crew. So some substitutions here for Hudson's Bay. Looks like an all-new crew. We'll run those down for you in just a moment here.
Yeah, I felt like that the last crew played pretty well.
Yeah, they really had
Limited
it together.
the turnovers.
King on the miss. So in for
Osborne everywhere.
Hudson's Bay, you've got Tony King, Skylar Bucher, Isaiah David, Brent Legutter. I might have missed someone there. Trent Palin in the game also. Actually, I'm incorrect about that. Palin not in the game. So, little floater, wow. King goes hard for the rebound, can't control it, goes off his chest. A clever little shot there from Isaiah David. I'm not sure if that was the plan or if that was born of getting yourself into a place you're not sure what to do, but
yeah.
A good clean look. So 48-21, 3.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Skip pass.
Zone defense again, and as we've seen, Osborne knows how to find the soft spots in that, whether it's outside, inside.
David now with the ball. Into King. Gets extended way out to the top of the key where it's not really his spot. There's a three-point shot.
Lefty.
Off the back iron. Here comes Prairie. I don't think you can. Coach wants Osborne to slow down, but I don't think that's in his toolbox there. Hudson's Bay fighting for that rebound. Prairie comes down with it, so that'll reset the shot clock another 35 seconds.
Yeah, Prairie's winning most of these 50-50 balls. And there's that soft spot in the defense, that near the top of the key area.
Can't leave him open. That's his third three-point shot. Thomas Hapgood, the senior, with 3 3-pointers and 9 points. Wide open on that. A little confusion you could see between the Hudson's Bay players on who's going to get out there on that one.
Yeah, Prairie's playing inside-outside ball, and it's getting that zone off balance. So it's leaving gaps, and Prairie's managing to find them.
Kicks out to the corner. Passes it a shot. Back inside to King. He pounds.
And that's the moneymaker right there. That's worked consistently, is working the ball into King.
Dixon there with the hard take, looking to draw the foul. Didn't get the call. Here comes Hudson's Bay. A whole new fresh crew of Eagles waiting to come in on the next dead ball. So this squad in now has got to make it. Good follow there. Here's King with a soft touch. That's no good. 3 shots at the basket there. Nothing for Hudson's Bay. And here comes Prairie. You see that little left-handed pass?
Yeah.
Just the dexterity with both hands is really impressive from Osborne. Here's King. Great interior passing. Wow.
There. Yep.
Trenton Jackson with his first basket of the night. A 6'3" junior.
King's been effective when he gets that ball in either sort of high to mid post.
And that's been the challenge to get him where he wants it, though.
Yeah.
A wide open shot for Osborne. Not sure how they can let him be that open, and he draws it and kicks it. But he could have had the wide open 3. He just chose to pump fake and drive and set up his teammate instead.
He's in motion quite a bit of the possession, so he just he gets himself open, works his way. And as we mentioned in the first half, Prairie just seems to move more without the ball on offense than Bay does.
You see the foul there after the pass.
Yeah, I kind of get the sense that maybe Osborne's trying to get his players involved a little more, passing a little more this half.
And he takes a break. He's checking out. We do have a brand new 5 in for Hudson's Bay. This is the same 5 that started the third quarter, and it looks like we do have a timeout as well. It's going to be a full-length timeout. I'm not sure who took that one, but in any case, we are in a break. 52-25, Prairie. Prairie looking every bit a playoff team tonight.
Yep. And it looks like Bay is almost taking a hockey approach, swapping out 5 guys and running short stints to see if maybe they can get some energy up over this Prairie team.
Well, and there's also to consider this is the last game of the year.
Right, they got nothing. And leave it out on the court.
Yeah, and kids maybe, who in a regular league game earlier in the year might not have come on the court. Well, they worked all season long.
Sure.
It's their time to play as well. And you see little flashes of why they're on the team, some good passing and, shot making for each other. So these are learning moments, especially for these younger students who will be back on this varsity squad next year. Prairie just finishing up its huddle there. So in the game for Hudson's Bay, you've got number 1, Carter Morse, Trent Palin, Eli Hoover, Toa Kamatule, and Trace Teague. In the game for Prairie. At the line now, Zeke Dixon, his brother AJ Dixon. We've got Aiden Fraley, Thomas Hapgood, and Mark Frazier.
Teague has been pretty quiet tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, from a scoring standpoint, he's doing good work moving that ball around. We haven't seen him shooting much tonight. Here's the shooter, Hoover. That's a 3 off the back
he's
iron.
had a rough game tonight.
Yeah, started off pretty hot. Hapgood checking it back out to Dixon. Great little pick and roll. Yeah. Frazier with the soft touch inside. Wow.
Nice pass leading Frazier.
So AJ Dixon with the vision there to make that pass. Here's Morris, pump fake, kicks it back out to Teague. Can't handle it. Great interior passing there. Wow, nice look out of Hoover. Finds Palin inside. He'll go to the line for 2, looking for his first points of the night.
Yeah, this lineup that's out there now just looks crisper than what I've seen out of Bay.
Agreed.
And again, maybe getting the game off with all the seniors in that isn't your normal starting lineup might have gotten them off on a little bit of a wrong foot. But
That's an interesting thing, too, there with Hoover. Been shooting, not necessarily hitting those threes we're used to seeing him hit, but when you shoot them, you still have to, the defense still comes to you. So, wow, great tip right there from Hoover. And that's how you get back on track, too. But the defense comes out, then he makes the pass because it opens up his teammate. Oh, wow. Hapgood beats the buzzer. He's got 12 points. That is a three-pointer, his fourth of the night. The end of the third quarter, Prairie 58, Hudson's Bay 28.
Well, that goal to get it down to 15 after the third quarter didn't quite go according to plan.
Not quite. Hey, look, it is our crew. These are students working on our crew tonight. They've been coming out all year long to bring all this action to you. We want to take a minute to recognize the VPS Game Time crew. When not dancing, they are operating cameras, they are directing, they are running instant replays, they are running graphics. Primarily dancing, as you can see. That's their primary occupation. There's Ethan, one of our interns. I'm glad I'm covered behind the camera so no one can see me. Otherwise, I'd have to dance also. We also have our crew in the studio. There we go, guys. You see James, Ethan, Ray, and Adam. That's the flight director dance, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks, guys. Great job. This is our last game of the year, our last regular season, and this crew, these kids, they come out every week to put on a good show for us, and we really appreciate them. They're doing a good job, and every time we're just a little bit better, so that's fun to see.
Well, it's a great program. It's a great opportunity for students to get this in a public school type setting. So
certainly wasn't around when I was in high school.
No. But you could be in a musical if you wanted to.
I couldn't, but other kids could. All right, we are back in action. The start of the fourth quarter. Prairie with the basketball.
Osborne's back on the floor.
Hudson's Bay pushing out. Prairie much farther than they were in the first part of the game. Great pass to Frazier. He draws contact. He'll be going to the line. Osborne, another nice little drop pass. Frazier using his body well to draw that.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas before Osborne was content to shoot three-pointers from outside, he's looking to penetrate and dish now.
I mean, we know at this point, Prairie's going to take this one. So he's looking to, get his teammates involved, as you mentioned.
And start using this as a tune-up for playoffs.
Yeah. Because, in the playoffs, they're not going to face a team that's not having its best night. Everyone's having, everyone's ready to go who's in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So they've got districts next and then the playoffs after that, if they, advance through districts. Right now, again, with this, if a win tonight and a Kelso loss, they will be tied for first place. If Kelso wins, Kelso will win the league title outright. Skip pass over to Morse. Morse into King. He takes that elbow jumper, comes up short, but Hoover on the follow.
What a pass, what a pass.
14 now for Hoover, starting to inch up that scorer's list.
So even when he doesn't make it, things go well when King gets that ball in the high or mid post.
Yeah, I mean, it draws defenses out when you've got a weapon in there.
And he is long.
Teague really trying to push Osborne out there. Now a mismatch. Osborne for three. That's off the back iron.
So you watch a lot of high school basketball, clearly.
I mean,
how much man-to-man do they play?
I see a lot of man-to-man. I mean, I generally see a lot of back and forth. Teams will
switch it up
throughout the game because, that does throw the offense, even if just for a possession or two. Great look down court. Palin with the bump there, and going to the line will be Bradney Gagnon.
Palin disappointed in himself for getting that foul, but I think he saved a basket.
Yeah, I mean, that's you gotta contest it, and he did. So Gagnon on the board now with his first basket.
Smooth-looking foul shot.
And checking into the game for Hudson's Bay, Anthony Morgan, the senior. And like
Coming in
Coach
for
told us,
Taylor.
when Morgan comes on, his job is to shoot. Let's see if he takes him up on that. So 2 at the line for Brady Gagnon. Here comes Hudson's Bay. Teague out to Morgan. Into King. Nice power dribble. Doesn't get the finish. Hoover chasing it down. Yeah, manages to tap it off the Prairie player.
Good hustle by Hoover.
I mean, there's not a lot of quit in that kid. Into King. He goes hard to the basket, puts it up, draws the foul.
In and out.
It's interesting with King because they know what he's going to do, but he's long and he's got great footwork, and it's tough to stop it.
And I think he's stronger than he looks. He's moving players around down there.
Got a nice shooting touch there.
That's the thing about lefties. You know they're going to go left, but you can't do anything about it.
He's Alex to my right here. He's left-handed, so naturally he would say that. Think about lefties. They're unusually handsome as well.
Well, that goes without saying.
Hoover with the deep 3. That one gets going.
There he
you know, he makes all those moves inside, puts in the work, and the outside shot returns.
See if they can finish the year on a good note.
Pump fake there. Settling for a long 2, but it's still good. I don't think
he's missed a shot tonight.
He's got 14 points
and
on 5 shots.
Yeah, I can't think of a time that he's missed.
Morse with the 3. That's off the front iron. Osborne with the rebound. No look pass. Maybe should have looked on that one.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, he actually passed it in the right place. His teammate wasn't drifting down into that corner.
That's right. And they're talking about it. You know, it's good to see.
All right, so I think we have now seen the last. I'm willing to bet of Cameron Osborne. He comes out of the game along with Mark Frazier.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he comes back in the game.
Taylor almost had the shot there.
Yeah, I think they know what his role is because they closed out very quickly on him.
And King draws the foul there. I think a bit of a bailout from the official, but King going to the line again for...
It sort of makes you wonder why they haven't been getting it into King since the beginning of the game, because it just seems like good things happen.
Well, I mean, some of it is that swarming Prairie defense. There are a lot of hands in there.
Well, and at the beginning they were having trouble just getting it across court without turning it over, so that's part of it, but just seems like...
Yeah, so, hey, as we've talked about, this is our final broadcast of the winter season. We do want to take a moment to thank some of the people who have made this happen. We're going to put up a list here of all the volunteer announcers who have come in and given their time this year, including Alex here. We want to thank the warehouse team from Vancouver Public Schools. It takes a lot of equipment to get this. They bring the equipment to our sites every single game. We want to thank our professional supervisors, Joel Burhow and Jory Randall, who come out to these games for not a lot of money, but because they like to work with kids and they like to do good TV. And we want to thank the video teachers across the district that you see on your screen there who send their talented students to come help with these broadcasts and give them those learning opportunities that they're getting right now.
Well, there was a name missing on that list. Did you notice that?
I made the list. Who was missing?
You, Nick Bowl.
Well, I get paid to be here, so I don't get thanked.
But you should still get thanked.
Well,
thanks, Nick.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So Hoover with another basket there. He's up to 19. Not his most efficient performance, but still showing why he is going to be playing at the next level. Foul down low. It looked like King got tangled up there with Reese Walling, who's in the game. Walling is a 6'4" freshman in for Prairie. So pretty exciting for the freshman to get some varsity time.
Yeah, and he's going up against King, so that'll be a good matchup.
There's a three-point attempt. That's good. I think this is going to be an opportunity for a 4-point play here. I believe the official says that basket is good by Aiden Fraley, and I believe that the freshman will be headed to the line. They're debating who's going to the line. Prairie's arguing.
The referee has to tell him who's going to
I saw them pointing at each other like, you, no you. All right, so Walling going to the line. I think he'll be shooting one.
He hasn't even broken a sweat yet.
Oh, I think did they just take that three-point basket away?
No? I saw 63 on the board before.
Yep, you're right. I thought I heard the PA announcer say no three-point basket. Oh, no, they're giving him a 1-and-1. That's bizarre. That's going to be a 5-point play potentially. I feel like, generally speaking, when you see that call, it's an and-one situation.
Yeah.
A 5-point play potentially. This is as rare as it gets if he makes this. This never happens.
No, and it's the last thing Bay needed.
And he knocks it down. A smooth stroke there from Walling. The freshman now with 2 points.
Yeah, walks on, calmly sinks 2 free throws. Of course, the game isn't on the line.
Teague really passing up shot opportunities. Finally taking one.
Might have shoveled his feet on that, but
maybe Teague should shoot more. He makes his first basket of the night. That's 3 points. Teague, a very talented athlete on the football field. You can see it on the basketball court as well. Great take, but good contest there out of King. And here comes Hoover looking to push.
yeah,
He's got Teague.
That was Gabe Lilly, had that nice drive.
Kicks it out to Morse. Morse for three. A high arcer off the back iron. No good. Prairie with the rebound. 4:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Long pass. Wide open mid-range jump shot. That off the front iron. The freshman Walling with the rebound. Driving baseline. Tough finish there. Wow. Brady Gagnon with the finish. 4 points for him. There's a three-point shot out of the senior. It comes up short. King with the finish.
And the putback.
King, by my count, has 10 points tonight. Wide open attempt. Nope, passes it up. Kicks it inside. There's a 15-footer. That is good. Again, the freshman Walling.
Yep. Getting a glimpse of the future.
Yeah, the future of Prairie basketball. Here's Teague passing up the three.
Surprised he didn't take it.
He hasn't been looking for a shot tonight. The senior with the rebound. There's a three-point attempt. Off the front iron, high off the backboard, and out of bounds. That's got to be tough. If you are Anthony Morgan coming in the game, hasn't played a lot tonight, comes in cold, this is his last shot to shoot.
Yeah, and he's got the green light.
And he should. I mean, he's got a nice form. You can see that he's a shooter, but it's tough to not shoot
Yeah.
for half an hour and then come in and crank a couple up. Walling looking to post up. Hoover's on him. Gets it, pumps fakes inside. Draws the defense there. Gets his own follow. Draws the foul.
Tough. Good work.
So Walling with 4 points already, looking to make it 6 here.
Well, he's stepped in and made some really nice contributions right away.
Right away, yeah.
Nice footwork on that initial attempt. And then he sticks with it, gets his own rebound, and gets fouled.
And it's not like he's doing it out there against other freshmen tonight. I mean,
No.
Hudson's Bay has some of its seniors out there. They're all seniors out there at the moment, actually. You've got
Christian Martinez.
Morgan out there, Hoover, Morse, and I know how to say his name. Legayader. Hoover with a long three. That's off the back iron.
Boy, that looked good.
He has such a smooth
angle.
release.
Yeah. Ooh.
Kicks in the corner. There's a three-point attempt off the back iron.
And again, those 50-50 balls seem to all be going Prairie's way.
Hapgood could have shot that three there, but I mean, at this point, I think he's shooting 100%, so you don't want to risk it on a dangerous pass. There's a dangerous pass there, though. Here comes Hoover, draws the foul. It's a smart foul from Hapgood, though, because if Hoover gets past him, that's 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see on this replay, he just steps in front of him, gets the blocking foul.
Although his teammates actually might have gotten back there. Some good hustle there. All right, Martinez. There's a three-point attempt from the lefty. Martinez, that's out. Good looking touch there. He goes hard to the basket. The 5'6" player goes with the right hand.
In amongst the trees.
You can see he's a pretty athletic young man.
Yeah, pretty fearless.
All right, Prairie now. Hapgood takes it hard to the basket.
Yeah, their defense is looking a little off balance. They're having trouble rotating.
Yeah,
Now they get back.
They're still forcing, you know, passes instead of shots. Walling with the take loses it.
Oh.
Hard take to the basket there. Hayden Rose, the freshman. He also listed at 6'4", going to the basket for the first time. I mean, I don't know how seriously we can take these height ratings at high schools because I feel like every player on the court is probably about an inch shorter than they're listed. He looks like he might be 6'4".
Yeah.
And that's his first point of the night.
So you're saying you're not 6'4"?
So get a load of this. When I was in high school, I'm 5'11" and 3/4 with no shoes on. My coach listed me at 5'10" on the program. Like, coach, it doesn't work that way. You give them an inch. You don't take an inch away. And a teammate of mine who was shorter than me listed at 6 feet. It made no sense at all. He didn't even
I hope
ask
you
me.
didn't take it personally.
He didn't even ask me how tall I was. Anyway, enough of me. Here's Hoover. That's good.
You just play shorter than.
So 22 now for Eli Hoover. Prairie working around. Just over a minute left here in this game. Morgan really pushing him out there. Deflects the inbounds pass there.
He telegraphed that pass.
The guider there. And here comes Martinez. Draws the foul.
Ooh.
Almost drops it in. He knew he was going to get crunched.
He knew it.
That takes a lot of guts to stand in there for that. Watch this. He stops. Here they come. Here they come. And still with the wherewithal to get that ball off the glass. That ball had a shot at going in.
You can tell guys who are used to playing against taller guys, and obviously Martinez we spent a lot of time playing against guys taller than him. He knows all the tricks.
He's got one more shot here to try to get his first point of the night. Checking out of the game, the senior Eli Hoover, his final high school appearance, finishes the game with 22 points, gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here. And Martinez here looking to get his first point of the night. And he does.
And another lefty.
Yeah, a lot of lefties. Walling up top. 45 seconds left here in the game. There's a three-point attempt from the top of the key. That's off the side iron. Scrum for the offensive rebound. Looks like Prairie was out of bounds. This one's going to be Hudson's Bay ball. 37 seconds left on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock. Theoretically, Prairie's going to have one more shot at this, but Hudson's Bay hoping to see who's going to get the last shot of the season. I'm hoping it's one of those seniors. Morgan thought about the three. Cross-court pass. There's a senior, Legadire. Then he makes it. The guider with the long two from the corner. That's his first basket of the game as well. So, final high school shot goes. Foul called there. Martinez getting a little aggressive. They don't want their season, they don't want their high school careers to be over, and of course you can't blame them.
No.
Playing hard to that last whistle. So 5 seconds left in the game. 74-47 Prairie. Prairie shooting two now. That's going to be Hayden Rose looking for more. He's got 1 point tonight. Make that two.
Well, I know the season didn't go the way they wanted to, but I think Bay has something to look forward to for next year. It seems like they've got some good young talent.
Sure does, yeah. Well, Prairie does what Prairie needs to do to keep that playoff dream alive. They win 76-47. We are going to take a look and see if we can find that Kelso score for you. I swear before we go, I'll pull out the Twitter machine and see if I can find it. Of course, our leading scorer tonight, Cameron Osborne. We're going to see some highlights, and Alex will take those while I look for the Kelso score.
Yeah, Hapgood just sinking three-pointers. I don't think he missed a shot all game. And a nice putback there by Eli Hoover. Another nice reverse. Hoover started heating up a little bit in the second half. Had a frustrating first half for him.
So Here's a good inbounds pass. That's very agile there from Hoover.
And then the coveted 5-point play.
That's
which,
right.
I've never seen before in my life.
A hard take there, and that is our highlights. I have an update from Kelso. Kelso has knocked off Mountain View 69-66,
Wow.
securing the lead.
What a
Shaw
close game.
Anderson, senior Shaw Anderson, 48 points tonight, tied his career high in school record that he set earlier this year on January 25th. The Highlanders have clinched the league title. Mountain View's number 3, and these Prairie Falcons are number 2. Again, we wanted to take a minute to thank all of those people you see on your screen. See all those volunteer announcers on the screen there? Those are folks, adults in our area who care about kids. Actually, not all of them are adults. Jordan Ryan there is a Columbia River student. You know, wanting to do something with their community, wanting to do something with sports. They volunteer their evenings to come out and do this. Nobody's paying them to do it. So thank you to them. Our warehouse team who delivers our gear, make sure every game our stuff is here and ready to go. Jory Randall and Joel Burhow help us oversee these students. And then, of course, the video teachers you see on your screen there who are sending their kids out to us, making sure they get those professional experiences. And thank you, Alex, for coming out.
Hey, it was my pleasure. It was a lot of fun, and did a couple games for football and one for basketball, and yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Well, we're glad to have you. And we are glad for you folks out there watching our final tonight, Prairie 76, Hudson's Bay 47. We will see you in the fall for more VPS game time. Until then, I'm Nick Vole.
I'm Alex Gall.
Thanks for joining us. This VPS Game Time broadcast is brought to you in part by the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools, getting kids to school healthy, happy, and ready to learn. For more information, go to www.foundationforvps.org.